All right, what's up, YouTube? It's the final day down here at Revive. So, you know, we got some great content the last few days. You know, had a great shoulder tricep workout last night that you'll see up, that's already up. So this is Wednesday, and so I head back to Denver here this afternoon. So we're getting an early one in this morning, and we're gonna hit some back. So kind of, you know, go through a nice little back workout here. They have great equipment. I've already, you know, done a few down here, and so we're gonna maximize what we have down here. And also gonna have Matt talk a little bit about, you know, what my food's looking like right now and kind of how my body is trending. You know, with me, you know, leading into the final stages, it's almost like I turned into a thermos. So you almost actually have to increase food just to prevent, you know, big drops. So they'll kind of cover what that looks like. You kind of give you an inside look. More importantly, like I said, still strictly business here. You know, we're gonna get workouts. It's gonna be me and Julian today. Ian couldn't get out of bed yet, so we're gonna give him a pass today because he's 299 pounds. I'm just gonna keep telling him that. And so we'll give him a pass, but I think he's gonna come and say bye. But we're gonna finish out strong here, then we're back, and we only got about, 12, 13 more days until we head down to Columbus. So, you know, I say we'll finish up, bring you some awesome content. But for now, we continue the work. Let's get some back. Shoulder mobility. Don't be forgetting. Every part plays an important role. You just gotta hang on here.
Yeah, okay.
Jesus.
I know you go, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it. I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I do like this one better, yeah. Yeah, Julie, let's go here.
Good.
All right, as you see, you know, like I said, different equipment, you know, different gym, but the concepts are gonna stay the same. You know, I'm sticking with what's working this whole prep. So, you know, starting with a lat pull down, a single arm here, isolate those lats, fill them up with blood. We'll do some kind of pull over next, but it's like, main thing is like, don't change things, especially towards the end. So, you know, I've been doing the same exercises, you know, with variations, but same overall exercise selection group. And, you know, stick with what works and then just keep running into the ground all the way through. Yep. Good. Right there.
Come on, buddy, come on.
Yes. In it.
Chest up, chest up, chest up. There you go, there you go.
Good. We got one more. We got one more. Big pull, big pull, big pull, big pull.
Good job, good job.
That's it. Yes, sir.
Come on, come on.
I'm here with you.
Come on. Good.
Yes, sir. One more. Yep.
Come on, roll you, come on. Finish, finish. Hey, come on.
Stay with me.
Go with him, go.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Come on, keep going. All the way, all the way. Finish, come on.
It's...
Down.
Oh, shit. Does rub the last pretty good. Okay, moving into a lat pullover, we're gonna use a different kind of, I haven't really used this maybe like once in my life, it was a long time ago, but you know I love my pullover machine, you know, create those wide swooping laps from the front. And we're using this hammer shake one today, it's gonna be fun. Watch how I do it. I actually like to use my hands on the top, but I'm really good at keeping it, you know, my elbows fixed and locked in my lats. Just because I do this a lot back at Armbrust with ours. I'm gonna watch Julian, he actually uses his elbows into the pads. That creates a connection as well. So just one of those things you gotta feel out and see which way works better for you. You know, if you load it in your triceps and elbows, press them through with just your lats, that's good. As well as using your stretch more with the arms behind you as well. Is this on a seatbelt too?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be good this round.
Yeah.
God, thanks. Oh. Two. Yes.
Open up, open up, open up. Two lats open. Good. Control. Drive. Keep driving, just turn them up the whole time.
Yep.
Slow, 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 slow. Fight it, fight it, fight it. Hey, good.
Yep. Here we go.
Contract hard, contract hard.
Big stretch. Here we go. Yep, yep. Ooh. Yep.
Good.
One more.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah, I got more. Yep, yep. Come on.
Come on, drive those elbows straight down, hard. Good.
Two.
Come on, come on.
One more.
Get it.
Yep.
Come on.
That's good. Ooh.
Good. Open you up, alright? Just drive hard. Good. Slow, control. Just let it release from your lap.
Good.
Yep. Come on. Ready. It's gonna be hard from the start now. Good. Slow. Drive. Good. Track. All the way. Let's go. Good job. Good. Go, man.
One more.
Come on. Get it. All the way.
Yes, sir. Three, two, meet.
Come on. Go.
Yep. One more.
Come on. Stick it.
Here we go. Come on. Come on. Yep.
Nice. Track hard. Come on, keep going. Come on, go now, go. One more. All you got.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thanks, man. That was it. That was it.
Walk yourself in closer to the handles. Come in a little bit more, like come towards me.
Yeah,
there you go. Get as close as you
like
can.
leaning over the weight.
Yeah.
Okay, going to the bread and butter here. So the main compound movement, we're gonna do a T-bar row here. So adding an attachment. In the past, you've seen me use a different attachment where it's a little bit with this grip with like over the top. This is gonna be more of a neutral grip, you know, narrow, a little bit more narrow, but still hitting the same. We're hitting that mid-back thickness. Again, I was just talking to Julian here. Pay attention to where your feet are, where your position in your body. That's gonna be the main component here. No leg movement. You're not. This isn't squatting. This isn't, you know, initiating at the knee joint. You're leaning over it, setting your base, then driving those elbows past your midline through that thick back. So, I would say a lot of my back thickness has came from these movements right here. So this and you know, chest supported, but continue to run these into the ground because they're gonna keep working.
Good. Tucking your elbows. There you go. Yep. Go. Come on now. Good. Hard. Good. Good. Come on now. Come on. Get it. Come on. Go. Again. Excellent.
That was up there. That's good.
Crank on. Good. Come on. There you go. Good, Julian. Come on, buddy.
Stay in it. These are good. Let's go.
Come on. Good job.
Yep. Boom.
Big set. go, buddy. Come on.
Oh.
Good job.
Felt every inch of that. That was good. Love it. Whew. Got a new piece of candy here. What is it? The prime seated row. So came over and tried it and it felt beautiful. So we're gonna get after this one. A little bit low lat focused. So I moved the seat up. Remember, butt back a little bit, chest into the pad. And we're just pulling straight down behind us. Right there.
Good, man.
Did you get 6 or 7?
What's that?
Yeah, for 6 or 7.
Gotta get 8. We don't do 6 or 7, we do 8 or bust. Come on, motherfucker.
Come on. Four. Come on. 6. Come on, go. Come on, keep going. Get 12. Come on. Come on, Brad. Come on.
Nice. I need some tissue work. Yes. Big squeeze. Keep squeezing. Oh, you got drive back, drive back. Good job.
Starting to dry them out now.
Good. Good. Good.
Come on, hard squeeze. 2. Good. Come on. 2. 2. Come on. Squeeze hard. Come on.
Here we go.
Come on. Come on. 2. Good. Come on. Shoulders on. 2. Good. 2. Nice.
My song came on and everything. But back, I tell you, the angles are part of the game. The biggest part of the game are the angles of the movement. So we hit, from the start, we had lat pull downs, hitting those lats, pull overs, hitting those front lats. We hit mid back with the T-bar rows. We just hit low lats with that prime row machine over there. Now I wanted to go do another new machine because, like I said, they got a lot of nice new toys here. So we're doing an extreme row, the prime extreme row. But what it mimics is kind of just you laying into a pad or an incline bench and rowing through it. So what we're gonna focus on is upper back now. So we're going over to the top grip, driving through that upper, You know, you've seen me do these with dumbbells. You've seen me do these, you know, with that Cybex machine back home. But like I said, we went lats, mid back, low back, high back, and we'll finish with some wide grip something here next. But this is gonna be nasty. You can kind of do this yourself if you just get an incline bench, sit on reversely, and you know, either row a bar or dumbbells. But if you have this piece of equipment, definitely use it. Good. Yes. Yes. Stay over it. Drive through. Good. Yep.
Come on, Brad. Come on. Hard, come on. Keep going. Come on.
So honestly, this is just me being a little kid. We were walking by this piece right here. I said, I gotta try this. So this is a T-bar row. I've never done this Bodyworks one. This is fabulous. I love this thing. So we're gonna do about 3 or 4 sets here, just for shits and giggles. Keep working that upper back with the over grip. And then we'll hit one more wide and call it good. But we're just having fun right now. Let's keep blowing it up. Here we go.
Come on. Let's go. All you, man. Come on. Come on. Let's go. All the way. Come on.
2.
Good. Come on.
Move your elbows forward, almost like you're in a front double, okay? Yeah. Lead with your elbows down, okay? Pull through your front like lats right here, okay? Feel that? How much different that is? Yep. If you're straight up and down, your elbows are forward, you're just pinning your elbows down. There you go. Good.
Come on. Nice. Come on, keep going. Come on, got some more. Come on. Come on.
Right there, good. Good. Head up. Right there.
Keep going. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
All right, that is a wrap down here in Stewart. So, you know, some of my best memories I've had, honestly, in bodybuilding, you know, has been with Matt, you know, coming from, you know, Chicago last year, coming out, you know, leading up into this, you know, the Arnold Sports this year. But just the times coming down here and training with him, meeting at other expos, events, Olympias, you know. So it's been, like I said, 3.5 years we've been together, 3 years. And we're continuing to pile up these memories. So these trips like that kind of just keeps those going. So I love coming down here, you know, love being around him, spending time with him, and then the people also involved. So had a great time these last 3-4 days. Definitely got better. Not only, you know, physically, but mentally, especially with confidence. You know, being in front of him finally in person, you know, it's always a little different, always looking at pictures and stuff, but when you can show up in person and look even better in person, that just explodes the confidence. So that's exactly what we needed with this trip, was, you know, get around each other, get the confidence up. You know, now we, you know, like I said, we're leaving here in 13 days, go down to Columbus, Ohio, and then we'll be full steam ahead from there. So you got any words to say from the last few days, Bo?
Yeah, one of the things I think has been really important this last few days is to kind of see Brett before we go into quote unquote the final changes. And I'm a big believer in what we can do over the next 2 weeks. So seeing his body kind of in a consistent pattern here, and then like we just had a conversation on the way over as far as the changes that we're going to start to make in terms of manipulations going into the show. And it's just simple things, but I think it's things that really make a difference. Just from his look, from the texture of his skin to his digestion. So those are kind of things that we're going to start to implement as soon as he gets home. But this has been great. You know, it builds our confidence as a team. It builds our communication as a team. We also made a decision this morning. So we initially planned, and this was kind of a mistake on my end, but you know, I've been going to the Arnold since 2013, and the guys have always competed on Saturday. So way back when Brett booked this trip, we just planned to get on Wednesday, have 2 days to kind of stabilize, load up for the show, and then go in Saturday. But then as I was thinking, last year in Chicago, we basically used the first day in Atlanta together for him to really just clear water and kind of almost deplete him before we loaded. So what we're gonna do this year is we're gonna back our trip up to Tuesday, use that Wednesday day as just a day to fully stabilize, because another thing too for Brett is he's going from West Coast to East Coast. So even on this trip, same thing that we saw last year in Atlanta, is he kind of starts to hold a little bit more water just because the humidity's higher here. So we're gonna let that water clear first day in town, and then we're just gonna have 2 solid days from Thursday and then Friday, because he doesn't compete until Friday night, just to really just nail everything in. Something else with Brett's physique that we learned last year even more is that he's a body that kind of operates well off of water. So we're gonna utilize what we learned last year, start to taper water a little bit more into the show on Friday, but again, it's not gonna be a drastic hard cut for him because his body needs water. And even just seeing him from morning to evening training over the last few days, I've just seen how that helps his physique. From a fullness perspective, just creates more pop, and that's one of the things that we want to bring to this show, is that bubbly round look with the conditioning that he's known to bring every year. So that's where we're at. I'm excited. You know, these little time slots that we make, and you know, these snapshots in time, it just helps me prepare for the final process. And then again, you know, this is, I think, and honestly, in order to really bring something special at the top level, like it has to be more than just the X's and O's of bodybuilding. There has to be communication. We have to grow as a team, and these trips just help that a lot.
Yeah, like you said, you know, like that's why him and I work so well together, is because we're just competitors at heart, you know. So like a lot of people would be stressed, they start stressing out right now, their cortisol goes high because, you know, they're thinking about how they're going to drop water, you know, thinking about that last couple of days. The thing is, like, we look forward to this. Like, we look forward to this shit. We look forward to the challenge. Like, you know, we're both going in there, like, you know, this is going to be a very eventful 3 days, especially the 2-day show, you know, the five days total of it leading into it. But we also look forward to this challenge, this adversity, because, you know, that's where, you know, the champions really truly separate themselves. So, you know, I have utmost confidence in Matt. You know, obviously, you guys have seen that. So I have no stress at all going into this. It's just, let's get down there, you know, put some smiles on our faces, have a good time, and, you know, roll with the punches. So whatever we face, we're going to just overcome it, and then we're going to, you know, keep looking better and better. And, man, I can't wait to, you know, see on stage. Matt dropped you guys saw it by now, we dropped a little, you know, picture from last night, us posing in the posing room. And that's just kind of a little tease of where we're at, and, you know, it's getting a huge response. So all I'm going to say is, you know, I know where we both know where we stand, and we're going to, you know, we're going to act on that. And we're gonna, you know, we're gonna show you something special and something new, and something you're gonna see for a long, long time. So again, thank you guys. This trip's been awesome, and thanks Joe behind the camera here for the real muscle. Really good dude here. He's gonna, you know, worked with me these last 3 days, so we'll be getting these out to you, and It's been a great time. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, and keep sharing this, man. Like, I want this huge, and I want this videos over the Arnold weekend to be something special, you know, that we can show people for a long time. So until next time.
All right, as we're waiting for Brett to get changed to go into posing, I just want to say a few things. One thing, it's been really refreshing for me to see as he's been here, just the kind of leadership role that he's taken with the guys. You know, he's 2.5 weeks out from the biggest show of his life. Obviously, there's self-induced pressure, there's pressure as a team, but he's handled it so well, and he's come in here in this gym in a new atmosphere, and he's been a leader, you know, and he's also just like been selfless. You know, he's been helping the other guys train and helping where he could in terms of execution, and that's just a big thing. And I told him this morning as we were getting breakfast ready, like, that's what real leadership is about in the industry. So I wanted to commend him on that. And then also too, you know, I know that you guys have seen some of his day in the life eating videos, and you guys might see that and it might be discouraging for you. You know, like, it's crazy how much food he can eat. It must not be hard on him. And I want to say, having to eat that much food is just as much, if not harder, of a challenge, because our whole prep, obviously it hasn't had to been this, like, you know, teeth to the grindstone in terms of getting fat loss to happen, but it's the opposite for us, because he's, you know, gained all this new tissue, and it's basically our job, my job, to make sure that as we go through a prep, as we create a deficit for him, he's not losing that tissue. You know, so it's just as hard of a challenge. For some people, you have to really just drive them into a hole, get fat loss to occur. But then on the opposite end of the spectrum, you know, if Brett and I weren't working on it as a team, and if our communication wasn't there, he could just keep dropping during prep and not holding on to this new tissue that he's gained. So it's, you know, within bodybuilding, there's so many challenges, there's so many opportunities that can occur, and it kind of is just how how you approach it. And lastly, I want to commend him, you know, just on his competitive mentality that he has, you know, because this is a huge show. We initially planned last year after Chicago to go into New York Pro this year, and that was kind of the next stepping stone. But as I saw him going through his off season, I just truly believe that he can make a monumental stand at the Arnold and just kind of accelerate his success within bodybuilding even a little bit faster, just because of how hard he's worked. You know, so I'm excited. You know, I truly believe that this is a show that he can win. Obviously, I have, you know, the ultimate amount of respect for Brandon Curry, the other guys that are there. It's gonna be a huge challenge, you know, and then ultimately it comes down to us and in terms of our approach, us nailing it, everything from the peak, his presentation on stage, his confidence that he shows on stage. Those are all things that are gonna be extremely important, but I also know that he can do this. I know this isn't a task that's out of his, you know, out of his realm of what he can control and what he can achieve. So I'm excited. You know, I'm also excited just to, you know, I know that, I don't even wanna say anxiety, but my desire to be with my guys during the final few weeks increases. So having him here in town and then also being able to get into the Arnold one day earlier, we're gonna get there as a team on Tuesday and just ride it in all the way. I'm just really looking forward to that.